Hey everyone, welcome to Diaries. So today we are going to see about the Thrissur Diaries, which is a one whole day trip. It all started with a museum, which is the museum in the hot spot of Thrissur city. So where you can find out the museum and the zoological garden together in the same premises itself. So first we saw so many skeletons of the wild animals. For instance, I could say that lion, Bengal tiger, and the leopard. So these are the ferocious animals, I could say. And the elephant, a huge skeleton of an elephant, and the skull of a whale. Everything was there. Thereafter, there are so many taxidermy. Taxidermy in the cells, it's a stuffed animal. When the animal is died, thereafter, the outer side with the skeleton itself is been stuffed and mummified, and that is actually shown as an exhibit of a real life animal, as they are exhibited in a nice way. There are so many characteristics and characters of the Kathakali, which is being exhibited. They are in the different characters, how it is being posed, and how they are dressing sense, everything being exhibited there. Thereafter, there are several models, I could say, a tram model and a Thrissur model. The Thrissur is a it's a grand festival that most of the Kerala people, they are just celebrating in a day. So we went 3 days before for the Thrissur, so we could see so many preparation for the Thrissur, and there is a model how the Thrissur is being exhibited was there also. And there are a lot of ancient weapons, we could say arrow, bows, and swords, everything was there. And how the ancient Kerala were there around 200 years before the colonization, and during that period, how the caste and appearance were being there, everything being exhibited in terms of models. and soon after we went for a zoological garden, so where some of the exotic animals are there. Most of the things being carried out with the birds, and there are the surprising factor, the wild ferocious animals are also being captivated in a cage. So during the time while I was there, I could see around 3 Bengal tigers and 2 leopards and 1 lion, and there are some different kinds of macos also over there. And soon after this, everything after we saw all these things, we went to Thrissur exhibition, so which is in the same location where the Thrissur was being carried out. So in the same location there was a huge exhibition that shows how the Kerala's tradition and the culture is being carried out. Everything was there, and the Indian police, ISRO's missions and everything, and some of the leisure time activities were there for even for the children. Everything was there. Thereafter, after we finishing everything, we went to a beach which is called as an Oho beach. So from my point of view, while I was there in several beaches in my lifetime, so I say it is not that much clean beach because I saw so many debris were spread all over the beach, but there are so many people are coming, but they are not responding that much towards the cleanliness of the beach. But I would recommend this for the people who are just going for a tranquil location. It is a tranquil location, and there is an astonishing factor, I could say. There is a river mouth. The river mouth the water where it comes from river and that reaches the ocean, there is a mouth is there. So that river mouth, in the both sides of the river mouth, it's been covered by the coconut trees. So actually that is an astonishing factor of that beach. So though the beach is not that much admiring factor, but for me it is very fascinating to see the river mouth, because since in my lifetime I never seen such a scenic appearance of a river mouth. So I definitely recommend this Oho beach to at least go to see the river mouth. It's my impression was during the time I was there in the beach, it's about whenever you see some the Malayalam movies, you would see some very picturesque captures were there. So that kind of thing I really experienced during the time when I was there in that river mouth. So in short of this trip, it took me around nearly a day, I could say. So we started from 10:30 in the morning, and entire trip is ended by the 9 p.m. in the evening. So I could say if you started the trip in somewhat earlier manner, you can able to finish it even more earlier, and within a day we could able to visit so many places. So I would recommend, we were having some pit stops for lunch and some having to have some refreshments. So by including everything, I could say this one, but I definitely recommend to have a nice visit for this in a day. You can, if you plan in a day, definitely you can arrange. But there is one thing about the Thrissur exhibition that is not available after the time when the Thrissur took places. So it is just to promote that festival and their culture during the period of the time. So after the festival, I don't think so that they are just carrying out this exhibition. So during the time of May, the first week of May, they carried out this event. So apart from that, other things you can visit, other places you can visit, and definitely you can get an elated experience throughout that. While returning, we came through a tunnel which is called the Kuduran tunnel. That tunnel, it is during the night time. It is a definitely astonishing ride for everyone. So I would recommend, if you are planning to go through the tunnel, it's quite a longest tunnel in that place, especially. So if you are planning to go through the tunnel, I would say please choose the night time to go through the tunnel. It gives you a irresistible feeling ever. So with all that, we've finished our Thrissur diaries.